Hello, everybody. Today we're going to be looking into a report that was in Radar Online, and that report is that Megsy is pressed about losing those titles. You know, those titles that she said meant nothing to her, all of a sudden mean a lot to her if Radar Online are to be believed. So we're going to have a look into Megsy's defense if she wants to keep the titles for her branding or whatever it is. And is she really that silly that she thinks she can sue the monarchy from America over British titles? It sounds really bizarre, doesn't it? But it is Megsy. It is Megsy. So she is threatening to sue. She is threatening legal action. She's making legal inquiries according to Radar. And she's very nervous about William coming to the throne. I think she should be nervous about the king as well. Now, I think everybody can realize that the king is also, you know, not the greatest fan. So we're going to look into all of that and see what is going on. But if you are new here, please subscribe. For everyone else, thank you for supporting the channel. I really appreciate having you guys around, honestly. Thank you. I've been here since 2019. I had a little break for a while, but I came back, I think 2021 or 2022. And I just want to say I appreciate all of you guys. All of you. I was one of the first waves of Megxit channels that hit. I was from pre Oprah days when life was so much harder because the sugars were so numerous. But now things are a little bit different and everyone can see Megsy for what she is. So it's easier that way. Anyway, enough of me reminiscing. Let's get into it, eh? So if you're new, I'm going to use Celtic cross spreads. I'm going to use multiple card decks. The way I interpret the cards includes astrological elements, as well as some guidebook elements, as well as traditional fortune telling methods, as well as like Jungian stuff. So, you know, one does try. Okay, we're going to have a look. We're going to have a look and we're going to have a see what is going on with Megatron suing potentially Prince William, potentially the monarchy, potentially King Charles. Is this story just a threat? Is it, has she phoned up Radar to say back off, or what is it? Let's have a look. The Ten of Cups is in reverse. Unhappy families. This has been coming out more and more and more and more for the Markles. The Ten of Cups in reverse. She's unsettled. Emotionally, she's unsettled. Now somebody's saying she's taking away something from her. She really wants it. Okay? It has unnerved her. And the reason it's unnerved her, muchly, is there's this element in the Markle household. There's this element in Olive Garden Mansion. Things are rocky, guys. Things are rocky. Yeah, things are really rocky. The Two of Cups in reverse. Harry is away at the moment in Canada, being cringe. But that Two of Cups in reverse crossing over shows that I think they're going to start briefing against each other. It's already happening. There's been a few stories where I'm thinking, have they already started to do this? But I think they are, and I think Megsy, this has happened. This report's happened because somebody from Megsy's teams got in touch with Radar. Okay, it's kind of like a back off story, you know. So the Ten of Swords above the situation. She does not want to be betrayed. She feels very betrayed. She feels like she's been very stabbed in the back, in the front by someone. She really wants people to go there. And she is stressed about losing those titles. It's all cups in the middle, all emotions, but it's all strategy around. And there is a little bit here with this whole Nine of Swords energy, this stress, this really stresses her. Because at the minute, right, if they'd lost their titles and everything in 2022, 2023, they could have turned it around and said, oh, we are being abandoned. We're just like Princess Diana when she lost all of her titles, and well, Diana didn't lose all of her titles, but you know what I mean? They could triangulate their situation to Diana and all of that kind of stuff. So it would have been a bit of a boon for them. But right now, they ain't got that kind of clout. They ain't got that respect either in the media, both mainstream media like the tabloids and stuff, and the mainstream media in the YouTube space, because there is mainstream media in the YouTube space, let's face it. Certainly act like mainstream media outside of it. But anyway, I digress. This here is the Nine of Swords. So she's worried about something, worried very much so. The Seven of Pentacles is in reverse. She's worried about money. Things haven't worked out. As ever is tanking. As never, I've said it's going to be lucky if it makes it to the end of 2026. 2027, it'll be gone. It'll probably happen very quickly. But yeah, so that is also going to tank. So the Seven of Pentacles in reverse is that whole cashing out. So let me have a look. What's coming next? The Knight of Cups is in reverse. The one thing she doesn't like, and Harry really doesn't like, is being called an influencer. But this is where she's going to end. This is what she is now. She's selling her products through social media. She's making surprise cameos on sets. She's trying to stay relevant because all of the doors, Netflix, and what was the other one? Spotify, even Lemonada, Paramount didn't come off. Disney seemed to fizzle out. Everything else is just kind of went away, hasn't it? But that Knight of Cups in reverse, she doesn't want to be seen as vacuous and just an influencer. Now, I'm not slamming influencers online. There's loads of them. Some of them are really cool. Some of them are dodgy. It's a mix. It's a cross section of society. When there's a lot of people are either going to say good, bad, or whatever, from whatever perspective you are. Nothing's ever straightforward. But that Knight of Cups in reverse, she really doesn't like it. She really looks down her nose at them, which is interesting. The Hanged Man in reverse, patience is running out. And the Six of Wands in reverse, she really is, and Harry really is nervous about losing his titles. Really nervous about losing his titles with what happened with Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. The Hanged Man in reverse, And there's the Seven of Pentacles there. She's hoping that she can get the crop in before it fails. But the impatience there, she's going to get the timing wrong. She's either going to take it in too soon, like all of the time, every single time, she'll go too soon. I think because we've got the Queen of Swords in reverse and that in reverse as well, she's grandstanding through a puff piece to try and warn people off. Like, you can't take them. These are mine. She's trying to claim ownership of it. Let's have a look and see. We're going to have a look and see how Harry feels about this. And we're going to have a look and see how William feels about it. William's probably thinking of plants and stuff at the minute. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, Seven of Swords is in reverse. He feels like they're being threatened to take something away from them. He's increasingly paranoid. He is increasingly paranoid. He feels like there's something and someone trying to take things from him. And there's the Queen of Swords in reverse and the Queen of Swords in reverse there. This is their strategy person. This is their strategy person, the Sugar in Chief Meredith or whatever she's called. This is cold, hard strategy. The Six of Cups in reverse, he's misremembering things. He's definitely misremembering some stuff that has happened. Rose-tinted glasses about a few things. Now, we've definitely seen that, the way he's written that letter about Britain and banter and blah, 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 and all of these wonderful things that Britain is. But, I mean, he's on record saying, I hate England and all of this stuff, and the toxic British press and the horrible British unconscious biased people. You know, it's just, it's went from attacking to love bombing, you know, because he's in a corner. And don't forget, if this whole rehabilitation of him, he was quite happy to throw his whole country under the bus just to make some coin. Remember that. And his family, but also all of his country. So when he's jumping around about patriotism and he served and all of that stuff, don't forget that either. I know you won't. The Nine of Cups is in reverse. He's not been invited to something. He's not been as welcomed as he wants to be somewhere. So he's not having a great time in Canada. And there's been a few faux pas as predicted. There's been some booing and there's been some other stuff that's went on because he's in Canada now doing some remembrance stuff with the veterans over there. So Harry is very much the Nine of Cups in reverse. It's just like he's not happy. Not happy. He's not feeling like he's winning. The Fool in reverse is a big risk. The risk is, and I feel like this is the risk is their continued strategy of attacking the monarchy and William through puff pieces, through Hearst communications people, allegedly, whatever, through all of that. So they are very, very, very kind of like dangerous if they're going to keep going. And they will, because, yeah, I feel like there's a few things coming up for them. Temperance in reverse. Oh, you really can't get things together, boy. Things are going to get messy. Not everything, right? With the Markles, everything in their head is them winning and like going, oh, look, we're winning, la, 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 la. But they think they're going to do something so monumental and they fall on their face because they're not coming from a place of they're not being sincere. They're being very self-serving, you know. There's the Ten of Cups in reverse. What's on his mind? Well, that was the starting card for Megsy. Very unhappy home life. Personally, I don't think he's there much anyway. But they are very unhappy. With the card, the Six of Wands surrounding Megsy in reverse, I feel like Harry's definitely in a mood about not being revered as like the super soldier, the bestest soldier, and the veterans ambassador. I really feel like that. I feel like he's not happy. And here we have the Empress in reverse as well. So there's some triangulation and there's some sense of attachment to his mother's legacy. And like I said at the start of the reading, they would try and triangulate to Diana. The Empress in reverse is that Diana card. Now, they're very paranoid. I wouldn't be surprised if they believed in some of the conspiracies around Diana. I wouldn't be surprised at that at all. So it could be something like that. Let me have a look and see. There is the Queen of Swords again. What he's hoping for disruption. Who's this? And then we've got regret. They are on shaky ground when it comes to their titles. Let me put it that way. They're on very shaky ground. How they behave and how they conduct themselves and the puff pieces and the triangulation. I think people can all see through that now, yeah? Let me have a look and see how William's getting on with all of them. Okay, William's thinking of starting something new, so that's good. There's the Fool, right? He's not bothered. The Empress is crossing over. Oh, Harry, Megsy. They even called William the People's Prince in the press the other day, which is an echo of the People's Princess. So William's moving on. William's not bothered by you, but the one thing he's bothered about is his mother's legacy. We have got the fourth card in the tarot. We have got the Emperor in reverse above. So I feel like there's going to be definitely some kind of attacks on the king, and definitely some kind of energy towards the king from the Markles that isn't good. Now, listen, I feel like the king is still into. I don't think he's completely sold on completely getting rid of the titles yet, because that's kind of a bit of a block. But William's like, well, they can't have Diana, and I feel like William is going to make some moves reclaiming this. Underneath it all, it's still his little brother. We have got the Knight of Pentacles there. Let's have a look. But we have the Five of Cups. Harry has caused so much pain to William and William's family and William's dad and all of the family, all of his close family, that he really regrets all of it. But he wants, there's this energy here where it's like, well, I've got to reclaim, I'm going to have to reclaim the Diana stuff, or I'm going to have to like just say, oi, no, and just do it subtly. Not like Harry and Megsy, where the spirit of Diana floated into Archie's beige nursery and healed him, blah, 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 and all of that kind of stuff. As I said, something ridiculous on the Netflix thing. But yeah, I think you're going to get William doing it just by being William. We have got that William is off for a new start. He isn't thinking about them at all, but he is thinking about his mother, and he regrets his brother. There's something he wants to walk away from, he can't, and that is William wants to move on from them, right? William wants to get away from them, but there's a situation where he can't necessarily move as quickly with the titles, I feel, than that he wants to. We have got the Star in reverse. Ooh. And then we have got the burden surrounding it. So it is potentially going to be left over for William to do. I feel like there's some other stuff going on with the monarchy at the minute that might, I know it sucks for us as people who want rid of Harry and Megsy from like the monarchy, for disrespecting the Queen, for disrespecting Prince Philip, for attacking William, for attacking Catherine, for the bots, for all of these things. I know, but it seems like there's something else going on. The Star card in reverse. Now, there's either a link to an Aquarian who's not giving him some news that he wanted to hear, or there's a element of he's just going to have to do it. It's almost like the thing with the Aquarius, one of the toxic traits of Aquarius is the ability to ghost people and just stop communicating with them. And I feel like that energy here is like William's just like, no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to know about it. He doesn't want to know about things. But there is something coming up where he wants to walk away, but he can't for some reason. Boundaries. Yeah, they crossed his boundaries. He wants to reinforce them. And we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. Megsy's PR people and Harry's are going to really try and come for all of it and stir stuff up. But it's going to backfire when it comes to the titles. William does seem to want to remove them. There is this thing slightly nagging at him, though. However, he's done. He wants to walk away from it, but he can't. And we're getting this kind of energy of like, I'm going to ghost them. There is the 10 of Wands there. There is a burden around William. And I feel it's not just about Harry and Meghan's titles. I feel like there's some other stuff going on. But I feel like that, I mean, obviously there is with Andrew and all that stuff, and he's feeling that kind of burden, you know. And I think there's other stuff beyond that as well, guys. So is Megsy threatening soon? Yeah. She's at least grandstanding that she is. Will she sue? I don't see it in the cards, but I don't see the title getting done anytime soon, unfortunately, guys. I know that's not what you want to hear, and I hope the cards are wrong too. But we have got that Queen of Swords coming up, so that is going to be some disruption from the Markles, and it looks like it's going straight towards William. So let me know what you think of the cards. Let me know what you think of the reading. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I appreciate you all so much, and I'll see you later for some more readings. Bye, everyone.